As we continue to deal with our new normal now, so how is the pandemic actually impacting drug testing at work? Joining me now to discuss this is Jared Rosenthal, founder and CEO of Health Street. Thank you so much for your time. How do we stay safe when we're returning back to work? What are some of the ideas?
Well, I mean, there's obviously COVID-19 testing. There's drug testing, which is changing significantly during this pandemic. One thing for sure that's not changing is companies are still drug testing. And, you know, one of the things that people that are home, perhaps they're furloughed or even unemployed for periods of time, you know, can risk falling back into habits or having easier access to drugs or alcohol in ways that maybe they hadn't before. One thing that people should keep in mind is as you go back to work, companies are going to drug test you. Clinics are open, and they will, continue to have that when they bring you back. As a general rule, people that are furloughed for a month or longer are subject to pre-employment screenings when they come back.
So Health Street is a software as well. So tell me about that as far as drug testing goes.
Yeah, sure. So like one of the big challenges right now for companies is their administrative teams are dispersed into different areas, and the whole coordination, maybe big companies might have had this all online before, but medium and smaller companies generally did a lot of this stuff on paper, and they coordinated hiring and background checks, drug testing, and now antibody testing, on different softwares or maybe on paper, or talking to new applicants right in front of them and handing them a form to go in for a drug test with a piece of paper. So one of the things that Health Street does is we put all of that in the cloud to coordinate that entire process, coordinate the communication throughout that process. And it's becoming so much more important now and so much more evident of that value now that you can't do it on paper. So if you're getting a drug test, now we can just send a barcode to somebody's home. They can walk into the clinic and show that barcode, and the test gets done properly, and the results go right back to the employer.
Well, it's a new normal. Thank you so much, Jared Rosenthal, CEO of Health Street. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.